Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Leigh Shannon presents Illusions in Review.
Hi, I'm Leigh Shannon from Orlando, Florida, originally from Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm a female impersonator. The profession of female impersonation, drag queen, has many labels, and it can be negative, it can be positive. I do like the illusion. I do live my life as a man and prefer it that way. I do have a regular job, but I do have a job as a female impersonator at night.
Tia Divine is my stage name. I would describe my profession as an art form. It's female illusion, and it's something I take very, very seriously.
Ritzy Rags, Wigs, and More is my story, and what I've done is incorporate what I do for a living during the day into what I do at night. So of course, I have a wig store, but it does cater to female impersonators, and it caters to a lot of cancer patients, theater people, and things like that. So I get all my shoes and things like that there. And I do have two designers that work for me, and I sort of design all my own clothes. I just have people that make them, because you can't go to Lane Bryant or Ross and get what I wear usually. The size won't work.
Well, I travel a lot. My job, I'm a corporate trainer during the day for Hard Rock Cafe, and I've had the luxury of traveling around to different countries and around in the United States. And so I get to go to different places and acquire different things, especially shoes. I have a sickness for buying shoes and handbags, so I buy them all over the country. And as far as my clothes are concerned, I make 90% of what I wear, I make.
Well, I was actually thrown out of my house at 17 due to the gay issue. I ended up going to a gay bar, still looking for my own identity, and actually ended up seeing a show upstairs at the Downtowner nightclub. And there were all these people performing, and beautiful women, and I found out they were female impersonators or drag queens. And I was so fascinated by it, and I had a full beard, and I was a really big, muscular guy at that point. And but I really, really was intrigued by it.
When I was about 16 years old, I was living in a single-parent household, and my mother didn't have enough money to pay the light bill. And because I'd always been a dancer for 12 years and really had a very great sense of staging and performing, I saw this ad to enter a contest. If you were a female illusion entertainer, enter the contest, you win $100, which is exactly what I needed. And so as a fluke, I entered and I won, of course.
My favorite part of it is opening the show, talking to the audience. The emceeing part, the hosting is my favorite part.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, you fucking bitch! Hell yeah, you fucking bitch!
I don't necessarily consider it drag because I am transgendered and I live my life as a woman. My favorite part of performing definitely has to be the idea that I can create whatever I want. In this level of performing, it's a complete blank canvas. I can do whatever I want, and so really my imagination can run wild, and I really have no limits.
You have to prepare yourself psychologically. If you are the host and an MC, it's a lot more, it's more demanding in the sense that you have to be on. I suppose if you're just doing a lip sync number or a performance, I mean, you can kind of fake and get through that. But if you're not in a good mood, as a host or an MC, the audience will not be in a good mood.
Well, many, many people have inspired me. Probably the one thing that sticks out more than anything will actually seem a little silly. When I was about 5, my grandmother asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I told her I didn't know. And she said to me, she said, you gotta have a plan, you gotta have a lifelong goal to set in motion to figure out what you wanna be. So I said, okay, and because I knew I could give her the basic answer that could be a doctor, lawyer, policeman, fireman, and I wasn't gonna give it an answer like that. So I remember I used to drag my mother to the movie theater all the time. I used to drag her to go see these horror films, particularly Nightmare on Elm Street, because I had a crush on Freddy Krueger. And I remember I saw the preview for this movie once, and it was a black and white documentary, and there was this girl, and she was dancing around, and she was so extravagant, yet she was so intelligent and savvy and hysterical and a bitch all at the same time. And I was like, God, I want to be her. And the film was Truth or Dare. It was a documentary. And so I said, that's what I want to be. And so I remember seeing my grandmother about a week later, and she said, did you figure out who you want to be? And I said, yes, I did. And she goes, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be Madonna. She said, well, you can't be Madonna. And I said, I'll show you.
I have Ritzy Rags Wigs and More in Orlando, Florida. We've been here since 1990. We service all types of people, theatrical, female impersonators, cancer and medical patients that need wigs. And we do a real good job. It's at ritzyrags.com. And of course, my personal website, LeighShannon.com. You want to check that out. My partner runs that site, and it's kind of a cool site, very reminiscent. And of course, I want to push Full Sail. Applause. Type that in if you would. And I have a show at Revolution every Wednesday called Wild Wednesday. And then I have a show at Hamburger Mary's every Saturday, Leigh Shannon's Cabaret. Please hire me for logo. I promise you a good show. We'll do the Golden Girls as drag queens. I don't know. Maybe a talk show. Let me know. Thanks. Bye.
Hey, yo, friend, let's look back on the crazy clothes we